Hello friends. Welcome to my channel Anime Zone Sensei. In this video I will show you top 10 isekai anime where main character is overpowered. Some of the anime is already airing and some of them are airing soon. Isekai fantasy genre gaining more popularity day by day not only in Japan but also across the
Number 10. The Devil is a Part-Timer Season 2. Striking fear into the hearts of mortals, the demon lord Satan begins to conquer the land of Ante-Isla with his vast demon armies. However, while embarking on this brutal quest to take over the continent, his efforts are foiled by the hero Amelia, forcing Satan to make his swift retreat through a dimensional portal only to land in the human world. Along with his loyal general Alciel, the demon finds himself stranded in modern-day Tokyo and vows to return and complete his subjugation of Ante-Isla, that is, if they can find a way back. Powerless in a world without magic, Satan assumes the guise of a human named Sadama and begins working at MG Ronald's, a local fast food restaurant, to make ends meet. He soon realizes that his goal of conquering Ante-Isla is just not enough as he grows determined to climb the corporate ladder and become the ruler of Earth, one satisfied customer at a time. Whether it's part-time work, household chores, or simply trying to pay the rent on time, Hatarakuma Osama presents a hilarious view of the most mundane aspects of everyday life, all through the eyes of a hapless demon lord. Number 9. Life with an ordinary guy who reincarnated into a total fantasy knockout. Since their days as students, Tsukaze Jingakuji has had incredible luck with women due to his good looks. Hinata Takabana has had almost none, overshadowed by Jingakuji's brilliance. However, while Jingakuji has never shown interest in the opposite sex, Takabana is always desperate for a girlfriend. Despite their polar differences, they continue to be best friends even in their 30s as salarymen. One night, the two are returning home from a mixer where Jingakuji was the center of attention as usual. In his drunken rambles, a frustrated Takabana inadvertently wishes to become a beautiful girl with irresistible charm. As if the heavens were listening, a goddess suddenly shows herself before Jingakuji and Takabana, transporting them to another world to defeat the demon lord and simultaneously granting Takabana's desire. Takabana, now in the body of an impossibly perfect woman, has become so attractive that even Jingakuji is captivated. Moreover, Takabana grows aware of Jingakuji's stunning appearance, finally understanding his popularity. Before they fall in love with each other, the duo must complete their mission or risk remaining prisoners to their infatuations forever. Number 8. The Land of Ledale. The previously bedridden Kei Nakagami finds herself in the world of her favorite Vermorp, titled Ledale, after the life support keeping her alive fails. Reincarnated in the body of her high-level character, Kana, she notices that the world of Ledale is different from what she remembers playing. As she comes to learn, 200 years have passed since she last interacted with the world. However, this does not sadden Kana, as it means that a new journey awaits her, filled with exciting prospects and unfamiliar faces all waiting to be discovered. Number 7. Skeleton Knight in Another World. One day, a gamer played video games until he fell asleep. And when he woke up, he found himself in the game world, as a skeleton. Equipped with the powerful weapons and armor of his avatar but stuck with its frightening skeletal appearance, Ark has to find a place for himself in this new, fantastical land. All his hopes for a quiet life are dashed when he crosses paths with a beautiful elven warrior, setting him on a journey full of conflict and adventure. Number 6. The Eminence and Shadow. Great heroes and diabolical villains are the types of characters that people long to be, but not Sid Kagenyu. He longs to become the true mastermind behind it all, pulling the strings, and having his machinations drive the entire story. In his previous life in modern-day Japan, he was not able to achieve his goals. But now, reborn into a world of magic, he will show the true eminence of Shadow. As Sid pretends to be just another average mob character, he recruits members to his fake Organization Shadow Garden, aiming to take down the mysterious cult who lurks in the shadows. With plenty of ad-libs, Sid leads his fake organization against the foul, yet surprisingly real, Diabolos cult. Number 5. Kenja no Dishibonan or Kenja. With a dignified veteran's body and a long white beard, Summoner Mage Unbolf was one of the strongest player characters in the virtual reality online multiplayer role-playing game Arc Earth Online, even heralded as a one-man army. Together with the 9 wise mages and King Solomon, they formed the mage player kingdom of Elkit. But one day, Dunbolf and the other 9 wise mages suddenly go missing, leaving no trace behind. In an effort to spend his expiring credits, Dunbolf had purchased a cosmetic kit and tinkered with his character. However, he accidentally fell asleep during the customization process. Upon waking up, Dunbolf not only notices that the world of Arc Earth Online has become more realistic, but also discovers that he has turned into a cute girl. After reaching Elkit, he learns it has been 30 years since he supposedly disappeared. Now tasked with finding the other missing mages by King Solomon, the avid role player proclaims his new identity as Myra, the pupil of the wise man Unbolf, and ventures forth to prove his legacy.
Number 4. Arifureta, From Commonplace to World's Strongest Season 2. The ordinary life of 17-year-old otaku Hajime Nagamo is disrupted when he and his classmates are summoned to a fantasy world and tasked with saving mankind. While his classmates are gifted with impressive abilities useful in combat, Hajime is belittled for only gaining an inferior transmutation skill that lacks any real offensive power. During an expedition in the Great Orcus Labyrinth, Hajime is betrayed by one of his classmates, plummeting him to the bottom of an abyss. Though he survives the fall, Hajime is faced with menacing monsters and misfortunes that send him spiraling into a grim nightmare. Desperate to live and return home one day, he resolves to fight for his survival, only to meet an imprisoned vampire he names Yu, who is also seeking to escape the labyrinth. Taking an interest in him, Yu and a few others along the way accompany Hajime on his journey to find a way back home, while steadily transforming from commonplace to the world's strongest. Number 3. Bafuri, I don't want to get hurt, so I'll max out my defense Season 2. After an enthusiastic invitation from her friend, Kidhanju reluctantly agrees to try New World Online, a very popular VRMO played by thousands of people across Japan. Naming her in-game character Maple, she sets out on her journey. As a complete novice to such games, she allocates all of her stat points into Vitality, desiring to not get hurt. With not a single point in any other stat, Maple has extraordinarily high defense, but she can't move quickly or hit hard. This doesn't end badly for her, however. Due to her high defense, Maple acquires overpowered skills such as Total Defense, Poison Immunity, and Devour. These skills, along with the incredibly powerful items she obtains, allow her to obliterate most enemies in a single hit. After only a few days of playing the game, Maple claims third place in a server-wide event, gaining a reputation as a player who is both unkillable and absurdly powerful. Despite her overpowered character, she has much to learn. As she progresses through the game, she meets new friends and acquaintances, helping her complete new levels and events. Through all of her adventures, she may even pick up some other crazy skills that exceed all expectations. Number 2. The Rising of the Shield Hero Season 2. The 4 cardinal heroes are a group of ordinary men from modern-day Japan summoned to the kingdom of Melremark to become its saviors. Melremark is a country plagued by the waves of catastrophe that have repeatedly ravaged the land and brought disaster to its citizens for centuries. The 4 heroes are respectively bestowed a sword, spear, bow, and shield to vanquish these waves. Naofumi Iwatani, an otaku, becomes cursed with the fate of being the shield hero. Armed with only a measly shield, Naofumi is belittled and ridiculed by his fellow heroes and the kingdom's people due to his weak offensive capabilities and lackluster personality. When the heroes are provided with resources and comrades to train with, Naofumi sets out with the only person willing to train alongside him, Multi-Mel Remark. He is soon betrayed by her, however, and becomes falsely accused of taking advantage of her. Naofumi then becomes heavily discriminated against and hated by the people of Melremark for something he didn't do. With a raging storm of hurt and mistrust in his heart, Naofumi begins his journey of strengthening himself and his reputation. Further along, however, the difficulty of being on his own sets in, so Naofumi buys a demi-human slave on the verge of death named Rafaliet to accompany him on his travels. As the waves approach the kingdom, Naofumi and Rafalia must fight for the survival of the kingdom and protect the people of Melremark from their ill-fated future.
Number 1. Overlord Season 4. Overlord Season 4 is coming July 2022. The final hour of the popular virtual reality game Yggdrasil has come. However, Momonga, a powerful wizard and master of the Dark Guild Ainzul Gaon, decides to spend his last few moments in the game as the servers begin to shut down. To his surprise, despite the clock having struck midnight, Momonga is still fully conscious as his character and, moreover, the non-player characters appear to have developed personalities of their own. Confronted with this abnormal situation, Momonga commands his loyal servants to help him investigate and take control of this new world, with the hopes of figuring out what has caused this development and if there may be others in the same predicament.